Hi everyone, I have a different backdrop. Today's day 8. I feel like I just vlogged like last night, because I did. But I'm at the hospital right now. I just finished my pelvic MRI. My appointment was really early, so I've been up since 5:30. And I have a pretty backdrop here. Those are my favorite flowers, tiger lilies. That was actually supposed to be the first tattoo I ever got. I was really triggered going into the MRI room today, and I feel like a lot of my posts, whatever you want to call these video things, have been me using humor, and there's some times where it just sucks. And I wasn't expecting much from the pelvic MRI because I think that everything's going to be fine. Like I said, my pap smear came back normal. But changing into another Johnny and putting on the little booties, and they both have L's, which I know means large for the shoe size. But for me, it's like I have 2 left feet. That's the thumbnail I'm going to use for this video. But it was really triggering for me to be back in the MRI room. It's not a good morning, and that's why I'm sharing. Because it's not all jokes and being strong. Sometimes it really sucks. Like, I have another friggin' sticker. I don't want any of those goddamn stickers. And it was just filling out the form that I was having the MRI done. And I don't have my Mirena anymore, so I didn't have to check off that I have an IUD. But they had pre-written in there that now I have clips. And the last time I was in there to get the MRI done, where I thought it wasn't going to be a big deal, because it's just, it's just supposed to be a baseline MRI. And here I am. What am I on? Well, I had the MRI done last Tuesday, and today is Friday, whatever date that says. I think the 16th. It's just a short time has happened between those 2 MRIs, and to have that much of a life-changing event happen in such a short time is just a lot. And I'm so tired. It's like I just want to sleep. And then on TV, because we're not hopefully ending the COVID-19 pandemic, and I saw on the news that the Eiffel Tower was opening. And if nothing was going on, I'm on vacation the last week of July, which is in 2 weeks. Not really 2 weeks, it's the week after next. And I'm like, I'd like to get on a plane and go to Paris. I've always wanted to go to Paris since I was in high school. And we couldn't go back then. I took altogether like 6 years of French, I think. And we were supposed to go to France my senior year of high school. And then there was a lot of hijackings at the time, and they canceled the flights. That was like in '89, so they canceled the trip. And I've never been to Paris, which sounds so first world, but it's something I've always wanted to do. And I have a picture of the Eiffel Tower in my room, and I've never been. And while everyone says things are going to be fine, it's like right now I don't feel fine. And I don't want to go to Paris. So I go in, I have the MRI, and you're laying on your back, which is way more comfortable than the breast MRI. And they asked, about putting music on, which is my go-to. Like, music soothes the savage beast. So I always ask for music. Not always. I've had it done twice, but when I'm stressed out, I listen to music. So I asked them to put on beach music, and it did not sound like beach music. And so I said, "Can you change to non-70s porn music, please?" It was like boom chakalaka. And then they put spa music on, which is what I listened to during the breast MRI, and it just brought it all back. And you can't move in an MRI machine, so I can't really show my emotion. So it was really hard to hold back emotion. When I do that, by the way, I'm just getting notifications I keep shutting off because it is just too much. And I all my friends that are reaching out, like, I'm so thankful that you're thinking of me. But it's just too much. My head is just going nonstop. And I just need a break. And I'm grateful that there's places like this. Like, there's little benches and there's flowers and whatever. And it's a nice little respite from being here. I'm sick of being here. I'm sick of testing. I'm sick of masks. I'll just keep going. I'm sick of seeing a vending machine and being like, ooh, what do I want? And I got multi-grain chips. I'm sick of, just follow me along here with my rant. I'm sick of having tests done and not knowing if I'm going to have a reaction, and then having to drink things like juice, which I don't normally drink juice, but gotta hydrate. And I'm so sick of hydrating because the damn kidneys don't, and it's just one after the next, and I've just had enough. I'm a fighter, but even fighters need a day off, and I'm just tired. I didn't get enough sleep the past week and a half, which makes things worse. I'm gonna have a call in a little while, a Zoom, with the minister from church. And then staff meeting, and I have to get work done. And then I'm like, I want to get my nails done. So my nails just look like farmer nails, like they're just broken and used, and I want to have pretty nails, so it makes me feel better. But then I think, well, what kind of nails should I get? Should I do powder? Because then I have to go back to have it taken off, and I can't go back in however many weeks because I won't be able to move. And it's such a stupid thing, but I'm like, I don't know what kind of nails to get, so I just sit there with my crappy looking nails because I don't even know the process of what to do. It's so stupid. But I wanted this sharing to be real, because this is just stuff that pops up. And then when I had the pelvic, oops, there go my glasses. When I had the pelvic, or the colposcopy yesterday, which is basically a cervical biopsy, they used this stuff. I can't remember what it was for, but she told me that afterwards, I would have this black stuff to come out, and I'd like to be surprised by that, because it's normal. It's not normal, it's just normal for the procedure. And I didn't see it yesterday. I hardly had any bleeding or anything yesterday, which I'm like, awesome. But I wore a panty liner just in case. And when I went to have the pelvic MRI just now, and he said you can leave your underwear on, I'm like, oh, that's interesting, because I would think with a pelvic MRI, they want everything off. I don't have metal typically in my underwear. So, but then I remembered I had a pad on, and I'm like, there metal in pads at all? I don't know if there's like little fibers in there. I have no idea. And to have to wonder, like, is there anything metal or magnetic in a pad? It's just a question that no one should ever have to even consider. Needless to say, I took the pad off. And I took the pad off, and then when I went to get up, I wiped and all this black stuff came out. Which I know is what's supposed to happen. But like, going in for this testing, I'm thinking it's not a big deal, and I'm wiping like black stuff. And then my head starts going. I thought the breast MRI would be fine, and it wasn't. I'm told the cervical or the pelvic biopsy will be fine, and right now I'm scared that it won't be. And I'm assured they're unrelated. But how can you not have that in your space? I'm not scared. I'm just numb and obviously emotional, and it's a lot. Again, proud of myself for my breathing. I have to think. I had a therapist years ago for a while. After my divorce. And before. But she taught me a lot of strategies, and if she's watching, like, love you. Taught me a lot of strategies for breathing. Like stomach breathing, not like, you know, like breathing to calm down and stuff. And those have come in super handy. I used them today during the MRI with these god-awful sounds. I don't even want to know the science behind how MRIs work. Maybe in like 10 years if I'm bored. But the noises they make, it's like, what on earth is happening with these things? And although I encourage dialogue back and forth between whoever's watching and me, I don't need like some link as a comment, like, oh, here's how MRI works. I don't need that right now. If you come back to this video like 5 years from now, feel free to tell me. And if you just have a short, like, one sentence, this is how they work. One sentence done, then sure, let me know. But the noises are so bizarre. And then, like, at the end, he's like, you know, you'll feel the table shaking. Like, and then I think of my FMD, like, you know, I can't have my body shaking, you know, can't mess with my arteries. It's all so nuts. Let's have a pretty backdrop. And the weird thing too, like I mentioned yesterday, how my stomach has like become one piece again, and I woke up today and I actually had a decent looking stomach, so maybe there's something with the Mirena, who knows? I don't know, because now that it's out, I have some cramping still, but the condensation is like getting close to me. Whatever, it's just water. Like, I'm caring about water. I have bigger fish to fry right now. Alright, I'm gonna go home. I wanted to go back to sleep, but I don't know what's gonna happen. But gratitude. I'm grateful for landscapers that make little gardens like this. Grateful for Adirondack chairs. There's like literally one Adirondack chair, and I'm like, why? I'm looking at myself there. Sorry, wrong place to look. There's literally one Adirondack chair here, and I'm like, it's mine. And my other trivial gratefulness as I'm looking, there's a, I know can I flip this on here? I'm not even gonna worry about it, but there's a Japanese maple. I think it's a Japanese maple. I used to have one at my old house, but it was red, so maybe that's not. But whatever it is, they're just cool looking trees. Here, I'll show you over there. They're just cool looking trees because like the top is flat. It doesn't look like a typical tree. And I like things that are a little bit off the beaten path. You know, it's not like every other tree that you see out there. And I guess I'm not either. You know, I'm not the every Joe that you see out there. And we're all unique. So my ending message for today is, it's okay to have your crap days. It's okay to cry. It's okay to go out in public and have like crappy hair, no makeup. I haven't even brushed my teeth yet. I left so friggin' early this morning. Just find some things to be grateful for today, because those little things are what keep us going. And it's okay to melt when you need to melt. You don't need to be a warrior all the time. There's some days where you can just melt and be soft and allow your body to just be. So I'm going to take a break for a bit because I'm just tired of all of this, honestly. And even talking about it, like I just need a break. I will check in tomorrow. One of my friends asked to go kayaking with me, which was so sweet. I didn't cry yesterday at all. And then she asked me, and I haven't cried in front of my kids yet at all. And when she asked me if I want to go kayaking, I started crying. And my kids just immediately come over and hug me. And they think something's wrong. I'm like, no. She asked me to kayak. It's like being asked on a date. I've been asked on more dates in the past couple of days than I have in the past few years. I've become much more picky about men. And there's the pandemic, whatever. And the last date that I had, I didn't even know he was asking me out on a date. Because it just I'm focusing on me. It was kind of funny. It was actually a really nice date. Just random. Anyway. Alright, I got this. Have a good day. Find 3 things to be grateful for, even if they're small. And if you need to cry today, cry. That's what tear ducts are for. Alright, signing off. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. Sorry, I didn't hit the button hard enough. Oh, happy Friday.